sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Mike Bianchi, good morning, sir.
The sports page brought to you by Renewal by Anderson. Their windows and doors can stand up to the relentless heat and the howling winds of Florida. And right now, during their Happy Renewal Day sale, buy one window or patio door, get the second 40% off, 0 down, 0 payments, 0 interest for 1 year. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for more info. Where do we want to start today? You want to start with the Orlando Magic hosting the Charlotte Hornets tonight. The Magic, 23-19 at the midway point of the NBA season. Same record they had last year at this time. They're the 6th seed right now, but only 3 games behind the second-seeded Boston Celtics. So they still have everything in front of them, but I don't want to hear any more excuses moving forward, all right? No more excuses. The Magic are almost completely healthy now. The Franz Wagner is back. Mo Wagner is back. Paolo Banchero has been back for a while. And tonight, Jalen Suggs has been upgraded and might play against the Hornets tonight. So, again, no more excuses about injuries. The Magic's defense has regressed badly over the last few weeks, and they're still one of the worst three-point shooting teams in the league. So I want to see more from the Magic in the second half of the season. What about you guys?
I would like to see them explode tonight and top what the Knicks did to the Nets last night.
Oh, my God.
Holy.
The Knicks have been playing. They've been getting booed by their own fans at the Garden. And last night against the Nets, 54-point victory. All right, 120 to 166 against the Nets. That's their most lopsided victory in more than 80 years.
I think the 54-point or whatever you said.
It was 120 to 66, wasn't it? You said 166. What?
Okay, all I'm saying is
120 to 66.
Right, okay.
I think they won by more than UCF's basketball team even shot the other night or scored.
Yeah.
That is a beatdown, man. My goodness.
Yeah, and the Knicks had lost 9 of their last 11. Again, they were 2 days removed from, falling behind by 30 points to the pathetic Dallas Mavericks at halftime. They were booed off the court at the Garden. They had a players only meeting, and then they come out and win by 54.
There you go.
Yeah, unbelievable. Speaking of the NBA, the Milwaukee Bucks are struggling right now. The trade deadline's coming up. Giannis, obviously, the superstar in Milwaukee, he said last night this team has no chemistry. We're not playing hard. I think Doc Rivers, our boy, may get fired soon.
Uh-oh.
Milwaukee. So we'll see what happens there. UCF dropped and the Big 12 dropped their schedule yesterday for the upcoming football season. 7 home games for UCF this year, 5 road games. They'll host 5 Big 12 opponents. They kick off the season against Bethune-Cookman Thursday, September 3rd. Let me just read you their schedule real quick. Bethune, Pitt, Georgia State, TCU, Houston, Oklahoma State, BYU, Baylor, Kansas, Arizona State, Iowa State, Colorado. Don't get me wrong. I'm so glad UCF's in the Big 12. But one thing I think their schedule is missing, a rivalry. UCF needs a rival, don't they? I miss USF. I hope UCF somehow get together and are able to play in the future, because that's the game that still, I think, gets UCF fans most excited.
Why don't we just go ahead and start some heat with Bethune-Cookman? I mean, we got them on the schedule. Just
I was thinking BYU.
BYU.
Us versus the Mormons.
It's hard to have a rivalry when your rival's 3,000 miles away.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. The war on I-4, as you said, that was the good one. The other war on I-4.
Hey, Bulldog, my source that I go to from time to time, and it turns out to be pretty reliable, he goes by Deep Throat, ironically, says another school is going to be dropping their schedule probably today.
I don't know about another. How do your sources know that the Orlando Storm I think they may be dropping their schedule today. The new UFO.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah.
His source, Deep Throat, I think it was. That source is not always, he's a little off sometimes with what sport.
The source knew that there was another team in Orlando that was going to drop their schedule today. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, we'll see if your source is correct. We'll talk about that maybe tomorrow if it happens. So, by the way, you guys want to read a great sports story? All right. Do you guys remember Adrian Heath?
Yeah. How do I know that name?
Adrian Heath was the first coach of Orlando City. Great guy, very popular among Orlando City fans. He was the coach for the first 5 years, came here with Phil Rollins.
Then he went to Minneapolis, right? Or Minnesota?
Then he went to Minneapolis. Well, Paul Tenorio, the former soccer writer of the Sentinel, who now works for The Athletic, he wrote a story earlier this week about Adrian Heath, who last year flew to the Middle East to interview for what he thought was a lucrative job in a startup soccer league in Saudi Arabia. Instead, it was a setup, and he was kidnapped at knife point with his captors demanding millions of dollars. Adrian Heath is a soccer legend over in England, and it just tells the story. And eventually he got freed, but man, what a story.
Hey, what was his nickname? Something
Itchy.
Inchy. Yeah, because I remember you had him in a bunch, and we had him on our show a few times.
He was great.
Kidnapped at knife point?
Yeah. Luckily.
So did they pay the ransom then, it sounds like?
It turns out, I guess his phone had one of those locators on it, and that sort of scared the kidnappers, and they somehow allowed him to go. But it was a harrowing experience. Go read the story if you haven't read it. You can probably Google it, and it's probably being transcribed by other outlets where you don't have to pay the Athletics subscription.
Right. Hey, we've got baseball starting to creep into the news with spring training not far off. I see the Mets making some big moves.
The Mets always make big moves. They always spend a lot of money to no avail. Everybody's complaining about the Dodgers spending all this money. The only reason they complain about the Dodgers is because the Dodgers win they win World Series. The Mets spend a bunch of money and they don't win anything. And the same thing for
Mets,
quite
and
frankly,
Jets.
lately the same thing for the Yankees. They spend a bunch of money, and what have they won recently? Nothing.
Hey, dog,
So the
Mets and
Dodgers just
Jets.
do it better than everybody else.
Mets and Jets got to be something in the water.
Right?
It's a good observation, man.
You're right about that.
It's not just the pizza's good because the water. The New York pizza and water, Pat.
Right, of course, yeah. It's all the secret to the crust, man.
The bagels are better and the pizza's better in New York.
Plus, I get my cousin in New York gets all the new music first on cassette.
Definitely. Go NYC. Queens represent.
He is Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, host of Game On with Brandon Kravitz, weekday afternoons at 3 on FM 96.9 The Game.
By the way, happy birthday to Journey legend Steve Perry. When the lights go down,
Been in Journey in 25 years.
Oh!
Station.
JRR.